Tiny House Prepper.
Live simple, live free.
Hi, this is Bill from Tiny House Prepper. Today we want to talk about the cubic mini wood stove that we've just installed in our tiny house. We searched for quite a while to find something that would really work. When we first moved in here, we didn't think we'd be able to have a wood stove because of all the clearances that are necessary. But we found this little wood stove and we really love it. So we're going to show you now the cubic mini wood stove. So here's the cubic mini wood stove. You can see the fire in there. It's really a beautiful little stove. And you can see how mini it really is. It's mounted right to the wall with this wall mount behind it as a heat shield. And we've only been using it for 2 weeks, but we really love it. It's been about 10 degrees every night, and we've been using it, and it's been heating our trailer here to about 75 degrees when it's 10 degrees outside. And so it's really working well. The cubic mini wood stove comes in 2 different sizes. This is the small one. This is called the Cub. They have one that's a little bit larger. It's called the Grizzly. The Grizzly is about just an inch or two bigger all the way around. Costs about $100 more, I think. We use the small one. It said on the website when we bought it that this heats up to 200 square feet. We live in an RV that's actually 250 square feet, but this is working just fine. It keeps it 75 out here, and in the back bedroom 30 feet away through a couple of doors is still 65 back there, so the heat is actually getting back that far. So it's working just the way we had hoped. This puts out an incredible amount of heat. It's really amazing for such a tiny little thing to put out such amount of heat. We love everything about this stove, except for just one thing that we found is a challenge, and that is you have to cut them small like this. It takes pieces of wood up to, I think, 5 3/4 inches long. Now that's not an issue with the cubic mini wood stove. That's an issue with any mini wood stove that you would buy. You just have to have small pieces. So here's our little RV tiny house, 32-foot RV. We are heating the trailer, which is 250 square feet. We are not heating the sunroom over there on the left. It's not insulated. The peak that you see in the center there is actually the peak of the house behind us. We have a completely flat roof. So you can see the flue pipe coming out right there. Because it's a 3-inch pipe, it doesn't look like a fireplace flue. It looks more like a vent from a propane heater or something like that. I didn't actually decide to buy this stove until late November, and then I didn't get it installed until after Christmas. So because of that, I did not have any wood prepared ahead of time. So I went out and bought a cord of wood. It's right here. It's cost me about $200 for a cord that was already cut and split. Problem is, it's cut and split for a regular sized piece of a regular sized fireplace. There's no way this is going to fit in our little mini wood stove, so I have to process this again. I've got to split it more and cut it more, and I'll show you how I do that. This is my manual hydraulic wood splitter. I like it because it doesn't use gasoline and it's silent. So I have this piece of wood that I've got to split probably twice in order to fit it into that little stove. So I split it up into little pieces like this. So I take all of those big pieces and I split them up into little pieces about like that, but then I still have to cut them this way. So this is where I use my chop saw. Eventually I'll be building a table to put this up at like waist height, but I've just started doing this. I haven't had time to build that table yet. Very quick and easy, just exactly the size that I need to fit into that little stove. If you're going to use this wood stove, you're going to have to process the wood. There's no way around it, because you can't buy little pieces of firewood like this. So no matter what you're going to do, you're going to have to somehow process this. So I would recommend, if you're going to do that, that you buy the tools that you need. That manual hydraulic splitter that I have, I really like. It's easy to use. It's a whole lot better than splitting with an axe. Just search online for manual hydraulic log splitter and you'll find it. And the chop saw to cut it up into pieces. Once you get it split, it goes really fast with that chop saw to just cut it into 5-inch pieces. So, you know, if you're going to do this, processing the wood, even in a full-size fireplace, just takes an extra commitment of time to take care of all the extra wood. You can't just turn on a thermostat and let it go. It is definitely some work, but if you're going to do this, buy the right tools to make it as easy on yourself as you can.
Hey, buddy. All right. Oh, yeah, it's looking beautiful. I've learned I have to open the door all the way. During the day, I'm the main one taking care of this, which has worked out just fine. There we go. Get you guys in there. There, good. I'm going to poke this in just a little bit more. You have to kind of just get them in there so that they work. Ah, that's excellent. Okay. Alright, this is Elizabeth now, and of course Bill's at work all day and I'm the main one keeping the fire going. And I know that for him, having to come up with the tiny little pieces of wood has required more work. But I tell you what, for me, the fact that this is small has been hugely helpful. When he's gone and I've got to go out and get the wood and bring it in and put it in the fire to keep it going all day, there's several things that have been so much easier for me. I do have pretty bad arthritis in my hands, and so the fact that I can just take this bucket and just go out and fill it up from our great big garbage can outside and just pop in the little sticks and bring it back in has been so easy. And then I have trouble kneeling because of the arthritis, and this is at a wonderful level for me to be able just to keep at it and just make sure the fire stays in good shape. And it seems to, you know, require a little bit of attention, but it's kind of been fun. It's very warm right here, right now. I like the fact that this part back here does not get hot. This thing's made beautifully. It's really sheltering the wall from the heat. One of the things that has been amazing is that Bill told me that it takes about 2 of the normal pieces of wood that we have in the cord of wood. When they're chopped up, it takes about 2 of them to fill this bucket. And I've discovered that it usually takes about 2 of these and maybe a little bit more to keep this place warm absolutely all day until we are ready to go to bed at night. So that means that I'm using 4 to 5 pieces of wood for an entire day to keep the house warm. And that is amazing. In a regular big wood stove, of course, you'd need to put in 3 logs probably every time you have to stoke the fire. Now, of course, a lot of that's because we're in a very small space. But I'm just really grateful that it looks like that cord of wood is going to last a long time. And it doesn't take that much wood to keep this place warm, because this is working really well. Another thing that I wanted to get a chance to be able to talk about are these little tools that we bought when we bought the mini stove, and they are so cute. But they're fully fledged fireplace tools, and we get the ashes out with this one. I can manipulate wood in there, or put something in, or take out a small piece with these. And it comes with the hanger, which we've placed right here. And then I use this thing all day long, just to make sure the fire's gotten good and poked and stirred up like it needs to be. So this has actually worked very well for me. I like the fact that actually up here, the pipe is just not that hot. I mean, I can actually, I don't want to put my hand on it, but I can actually touch it. Whereas if I did that right down here, of course, it'd be like instant, pretty bad burn. So it's just worked out really well. So, okay.
So Elizabeth was just talking about the small amount of wood that we use. If you see a house, a full-size house with a full-size wood stove that they burn wood all the time, I don't know how many cords of wood they've got stacked around their house, but they've got it all the way around. They must go through a dozen cords of wood a winter. We only had this for a couple weeks, so I'm not sure how much we're going to use, but I wouldn't be surprised if we can get through the whole winter with a cord, maybe a cord and a half at the most, to heat our place. We find that we have to throw new wood on the fire about every hour to hour and a half. If you don't put new wood on, then the coals last maybe 3 to 4 hours until it's out. It does have vents here in the front, so you can damp it down. And then this is the main vent. If you push that in and close that, it'll completely shut off the air, and the fire will go out very fast. But if you damp it down, then of course the fire lasts longer, but you don't get as much heat out of it. But we have found it very workable to throw a couple new blocks of wood in there every hour and a half or so. So we're just really happy with it. We heat with it all the time, and when the power goes out, now we have heat. We do have electric baseboard heat in here that we keep set at a minimum, so that we're not a slave to this thing. If we're gone and we think we can't be here to feed it, then the electric heat takes over. But we use this most of the time from when we get up in the morning at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning until about midnight. And we were looking for a solution, and we found it, and we're very happy with it. So there you go, the Cubic Mini Wood Stove. If you enjoyed this, if this is helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And as always, live simple.
Live free.
Thank you. Bye.